Hello, I'm Tyler Rowland. We are coming to you live from the complex in West Portsmouth and would like to welcome you to this podcast. Joining me today is Tanks head coach Jamie Rice. Jamie, good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Tyler.
Now, Jamie, the Tanks have started the season 9-1, and this is including beating their opponents by an average of 54-5 in their first 6 games before all these injuries hit. Give our fans a summary of how you feel about the season and just how you feel so far about the way we've come since last year.
The season started off really well, and like you mentioned there, we've had quite a few injuries here in the last 3, 4, 5 ball games. Actually, more than I've been a part of in semi-pro. A lot of key injuries, and we're fighting through that and getting better. So the team seems to be. We took a loss last game against a really good Lightning team, but we this is a resilient bunch, and I think they'll come together here.
Now about that with some of the players, tell me what you think about we've had a lot of exposure this year with just how well we've done, and that seems to have really paid off as we've had 3 defensive and 2 offensive All-Americans this year. Talk about some of those guys like, you got Justin Staggs, for instance, or Chance Freeman and their contributions to the program.
Oh, yeah. Justin Staggs, he does a lot on and off the field here for the Tanks. I mean, I'm sitting up here in the press box, with you looking at the field here, and Staggs has a lot of credit for that, and really that's probably the second best thing he does. The best thing he does is play linebacker for us. So he does a really good job. Chance Freeman's been a really, really good player in semi-pro football for 4 or 5 years. And then who else did you say, Richard?
Richard made it defensively.
Yeah, Richard Ellery, that guy's explosive. He started for us some last year towards the end. Now he really knows the scheme. He knows Coach Roten's defensive scheme, so he's really doing well this year. Really flourishing in it.
Yeah, he came from last year. He had 2 interceptions for a total of 80 yards, and now this year he has, I think, 6 or 7 for 377 yards, and then 8 touchdowns when you count defense and special teams. So he's really, it seems like, come a long way. Talk about the injury situation for tonight. I know that we've had a week off since the Lightning game. How are things looking for tonight from the injury perspective?
We're going to be number wise. We're getting a few guys back that have been out for a few weeks for different reasons and things. So not as bad. We're getting a few back. So hopefully we can we get some more back tonight, and then heading into the playoffs we can get a few more back and try to make some noise in the playoffs here.
One of those guys missing will be Job Swords, our quarterback, who is likely out for the season now. And talk about Snook Martin. He's had to make he's had a touchdown in literally every facet except defensively now, and he's really had to make a change. Talk about the step in at quarterback. Talk about him and what he's done for the team and how he expects to keep going these next few weeks at quarterback.
Well, Snook was, he was 2-time Defensive Player of the Year for us at strong safety whenever we coached for the Warriors. The guy's a gamer. He's got a really, really high football IQ, so we expect him to keep getting better and better every game. And he's our guy. We'll see Luke Brown there some too. Luke has incredible ability there at quarterback too, and they both offer a few different things. So Snook is he's a gamer. He's a gamer, and that's there is no game. He's played in the biggest of games, and he is not gonna flinch. I promise you.
Yeah. And the Broncos now, they're coming in today. I know they see the injury situation and everything, and They were geared to pull an upset last time. Talk about what it will take today to escape here with a win.
Really, for us, it's been, since Job's gone down, we're a little less explosive on offense, so you won't see as many 16, 70-yard plays. So really, for us, it's turnovers. I think we had 8. We had 8 turnovers against the Lightning. You can't win too many football games having 8 turnovers. So we have to eliminate the turnovers. We've done a little bit better job with our with penalties. We're doing better with those. So really, it's turnovers and eliminating the bad plays. Eliminate the bad plays.
Right. Okay. And then lastly about the Broncos, they have 2 big threats. Of course, Rob Givens, who other than that pain for the Lightning last week, ran for 100 yards on the defense, is the only player to ever run for 100 on one of Brian Roten's defenses. And even though we held him to negative 18 yards last time, there's also Tay White, who had 11 receptions for 97 yards and a score. Talk about the threats they pose to the team.
Givens is one heck of a running back for sure. You really have to play solid, sound defense against that guy. You can't crash in and leave the outside. You can't say, hey, we're going to keep him from the perimeter and forget about the inside, because he's a really good running back. He's going to hit those. And that Tay White is a really, really good receiver. Tall guy, goes up and gets the ball, and he is fast. He is fast. So that guy's good. They have quite a few playmakers on that team. They're a really solid team. Really good team.
All right, Coach Jamie Rice, thank you for your time, and we wish you the best this evening. Keep posted through our Facebook page as we plan on having additional podcast interviews. And as we move along into the postseason, we've got some things coming up that we are very excited about. If you would like to offer suggestions as who you would like to see interviewed, be sure to message us on our Facebook page for the West Portsmouth Tanks. And I'm Tyler Rowland. Be sure to tune in live tonight at 6:50 as Nick Newton and our guest announcer, broadcaster Ben Spicer will bring the action to you live from the complex. Thank you for tuning in. Roll Tanks.